Guys, please confirm to me. All of you are getting my voice on screen. Those are attending in online. Guys, please confirm to me. All of you are getting my voice on screen. Those who are attending in online. Is my voice is clear to all of you guys? Is my voice is clear to all of you guys? Please confirm to me. Hmm? ఏమైంది? Guys, just give me a minute of time. I'll start the session. Nice, guys. కొంచెం వెయిట్ చేయి వస్తుంది 2 minutes వెయిట్ చేయి వస్తుంది రైట్ గుడ్ మార్నింగ్ గైస్ right, and check it what we completed there in the last session. If we observe the last class content what I completed there, just I given the content what I am going to be covered in core Java, especially in the J2SE, what exactly the content we are going to discuss there. Just I given brief review of each and every content. All right, sir. Now here, first one is like what there introduction part I started. Next one is steps to prepare first Java application. Next one is language fundamentals, patterns, hoops, packages, wrapper classes, inner classes. Then after that, string manipulations, exception handling, multi-threading, IO seams, arrays, collection framework. All right. Next one is after that generics, reflection API, annotations, and internationalization, JVM architecture, garbage collector. Then after that, regular expressions, networking, RMI, GUI. And inside the GUI, AWS swings, Java 8, Java 9, and so on and so on. Java 18 features. Up to that, we used to discuss. We are going to discuss in our classes actually. Okay, fine. All right, sir. So the next thing what I'm telling to you today, I'm going to start introduction part. Today we are going to understand what introduction content. In the introduction part, what exactly the content here we are going to understand there. Mainly 4 or 5 topics we are going to understand inside the introduction content. What are the content here we are going to see? The very first one is history of Java. Java details. Why Sun Microsystems has introduced Java? For what purpose Sun Microsystems has given this Java programming language to the market? Then what exactly the background work they have done to prepare Java programming language? That content we are going to understand in a Java history part. Okay. Then after that, how Java is a special when compared with the C and C++. Why Java is good when compared with the C and C++. So that comparison we are going to understand today. After that, after completion of this comparison between Java and C, C++, next one is Java programming format. To prepare any Java program, what exactly the structure here we have to use? What exactly the structure here we have to follow? So that minimal structure of Java programming language we are going to understand. Then after that, Java naming conventions. Naming conventions in the sense, Java is a case-sensitive programming language where we have to use lowercase letters and where we have to use uppercase letters. This content you are going to understand clearly. So these are the topics I'm going to provide inside the introduction part. So first one is what? Java history. And second one is after this Java history, the second part will be differences between Java and other programming languages. Then after that, Java programming format. After the Java programming format, the next one is like what there? Java naming conventions. These are the 4 topics we are going to understand inside the introduction part. Now today, I'll start Java history part. If I complete this Java history and today's session, then I will go for like what there. Next one is differences between Java and others. This content here we are going to understand. Right, sir. Now let's observe this clearly. I'm asking one simple question to all of you. Now try to answer for my questions. Now tell me when the very first version of the Java was introduced to the market. Any idea? When the first version of the Java was available to us? On which year? Especially on which year the first version of the Java was existed there? Anyway, if you come for it, 1996 January 23rd. 1996 January 23rd, the very first version of the Java was introduced to the market. 1996 January 23rd. In general, people are misunderstanding about the release date for Java is 1995. People are thinking 1995, but it is not right. 1996 January 23rd. Why people are understanding 1995 is the year to introduce Java? I'll give one reason also for it. We have some misunderstanding about this Java versions release, but anyway, the exact date is like what there, 1996 January 23rd is the first version. On that particular day, the first version of the Java was introduced to the market. Nice. Okay, fine. But here my point is, Sun Microsystems is a company. It has introduced Java programming language in 1996. That's okay. But when they started work to prepare this programming language, on 1996 they introduced Java in the sense, definitely before that they have to start work for preparing this Java programming language or not. And when they started to prepare this Java programming language, if we come for this particular point, answer is very clear. Observe carefully. In a 1991, Sun Microsystems had a requirement. They want to prepare softwares for electronic consumer devices like cable TV switch boxes, remote controllers, and so on and so on and so on. For such type of electronic consumer goods, Sun Microsystems wants to prepare a separate software. To prepare these softwares, Sun Microsystems wants to use completely a new programming language. As per this particular requirement, Sun Microsystems wants to prepare a new programming language for this particular requirement. Understand the point here? In 1991, Sun Microsystems had a requirement to prepare softwares for the electronic consumer devices like cable TV switch boxes, remote controllers, and so on. These many things. But to prepare these softwares, Sun Microsystems need a programming language. As part of that particular requirement, Sun Microsystems wants to prepare a new programming language. That is a root cause for Java programming language actually in 1991. Observe carefully. Good. To prepare this new programming language, Sun Microsystems has started a separate project. The name of that project is Green Project. Name of the project is what? Green Project. So they started a project to prepare this new programming language. The project name is Green. As part of that Green Project, nearly they formed 25 members as a separated team. Nearly 25 members they have taken. They formed as a team to prepare this new project, to prepare this new programming language. That a team led by James Gosling and Patrick Nathan. The team led by James Gosling and Patrick Nathan. They are the two members are the team leads for this 25 members team, and they are trying to prepare a new programming language as part of the Green Project. Yes, observe carefully what I am telling you now. Sun Microsystems had a requirement to prepare a new programming language in order to prepare the softwares for electronic consumer devices like cable TV switch boxes, remote controllers, and refrigerators, and so on. As part of that particular requirement, they started a project. The name of that project is what? Green Project. Inside this Green Project, they have taken 25 members of team led by James Gosling and Patrick Nathan. They are the two members are the leads for this team. They are trying to prepare a new programming language clearly. Observe carefully. So finally, they formed as a team and they are trying to prepare this new programming language. After that, it's okay, good. But the next point is what they want to provide in the new programming language. What they want to provide, what they need to provide in the new programming language. Before starting preparing their new programming language, first of all, they need to have some idea what they want to see in that new programming language. So finally, they decided they want to include three main features on the new programming language. They're trying to include three features on the new programming language. What are the three features they're trying to include in their new programming language? No, the very first one is that a programming language should be a simple programming language. The programming language should be a simple programming language. Rule number 2, that a programming language should be a tight coded programming language. That programming language should be a tight coded programming language. Rule number 3, that a programming language should be an architectural neutral programming language. Guys, remember these three statements now? They are very much familiar with us, and we are going to understand these three features again and again in the future in Java programming language also. Observe carefully what Sun Microsystems wants to implement three features on the new programming language. First one is they want to prepare a simple programming language. Second one is what? After that simple, they want to prepare a tight coded programming language. Simple programming language, tight coded programming language, and the third one is what? Architectural neutral programming language. All of you understand these points now? Tell me what are the three features they want to see on the new programming language. First one is what? A simple programming language. Second one is what? Tight coded programming language. And third one is what? Architectural neutral programming language. These are the three features they want to see on their new programming language. Got it or not? Okay, fine. Now let us understand what is the meaning of simple programming language in the point of Sun Microsystems. First, we have to understand what is the meaning of simple programming language in the point of Sun Microsystems. What they give in definition for simple programming language. See here, there is a point now. For example, if we go to the C programming language vendor, if you ask them what is your programming language there, C programming language vendor will give the information like my programming language is a very simple programming language. If you go to C++ programming language vendor, what is your programming language? What is the nature of your programming language? The C++ programming language vendor will give the information. My programming language is also a simple programming language. Similarly, if we go to Sun Microsystems, if we ask to him what is Java, what is the nature of the Java programming language, even Sun Microsystems is also be saying my programming language is a simple programming language. If we go to the Python vendor, if you ask that what is the nature of your Python programming language, he is also saying my programming language is what? Very much a simple programming language. See, every programming language vendor, they used to say their programming language is what? A simple programming language only. Say for example, a simple common sense related point. If I go to your parents, if I ask to your parents, no, what is the nature of your child? If I ask that, then every parent they are used to say, my child is very much innocent. Yes, guys, am I right or not? My child is very much innocent. He don't know how to survive in outside market. Of course, you are Khatarnak candidate, even though. But your parents are used to say the same thing. Am I right or not? Similarly, here also the same scenario is going on. If we go to any programming language vendor, if you ask them, as usual, they used to say, my programming language is a simple programming language. But if we ask to the C vendor, how your programming language is a simple programming language, he will give a set of reasons. If you go to C++ vendor, if you ask to him, then how your programming language is simple, he may give another set of reasons. If you go to Java vendor, if you ask him, then how your programming language is a simple programming language, he may give another set of reasons. But that reasons need not be same. Whatever the reasons which are given by C vendor, whatever the reasons which are given by C++ vendor and Java vendor to say their programming language is simple, that reasons may not be same, may be different. Got my point or not? So on the basis of their definition only, we have to understand how this programming language is a simple programming language. We need to understand how C programming language is a simple programming language on the basis of C vendor given information only. We have to decide how C++ is a simple programming language, that we have to decide on the basis of C++ vendor given answers only. Similarly, if you want to conclude Java is a simple programming language, then first we have to understand what Sun Microsystems has given reasons to understand Java is a simple programming language. Got my point or not? But every programming language is a simple programming language, but they are having their own definitions for their programming languages as a simple programming languages. Now we have to understand how Java is a simple programming language, then what exactly the reasons are provided by Sun Microsystems. If you observe these points clearly, Sun Microsystems has given three reasons clearly. Sun Microsystems has given three reasons to say their programming language is a simple programming language. What are the three reasons which are provided by Sun Microsystems about to say Java is a simple programming language? The very first reason is what? Java applications will take lesser execution time. Java applications will take less memory. And the third one, funny thing, Java applications will take lesser power consumption. So the third one is not my own statement. As still Sun Microsystems has given this information. Come on guys, three reasons that Sun Microsystems has given about to say that Java is a simple programming language. First one is Java applications will take lesser execution time, and Java applications will take less memory. Java applications will take less power consumption. That as the three reasons that Sun Microsystems has given about to say Java is a simple programming language. Guys, what exactly the points I'm telling them? Okay, now let's talk about this less execution time and all these things. What are the advantages we are able to get with this less execution time? What is the advantage we are able to get with this less memory consumption and less power consumption? We'll have some small look on all these points. Then after that, I will go for tight coded programming language and architectural neutral programming language later on. But understand it first of all, what exactly the meaning of less execution time? What we are able to get advantage from less execution time? Simple example. Guys, observe carefully. Very simple example. On one fine day, I am watching a football match between Argentina and Brazil. For example, I'm watching a football match between Argentina and Brazil. Match is going on good. All of a sudden, my friend made a call to me. He asked to me what you are doing at present. I said to him, just I'm watching a football match. Then immediately he has given reply to me, "Are fool, why you are watching that football match? In a Star Sports channel, there is a cricket match between India and Pakistan. Why you are not watching that cricket match? That match is going on with very much temptations. Then why you are watching that football match? Then try to switch your channel to Star Sports where cricket match is going on." Might be my friend has given this information there. Then I asked him, then what is the status of that cricket match at present? He said to me, already Pakistan were batted. They were 321 runs out of 50 overs. Then Indians are started already their batting. Almost all 49 overs are completed. Last over is remaining. In the last over, India needs 21 runs. At one side, crease Dhoni. At other side, Ishant Sharma. This is a situation. Then why you are watching that football match? Try to switch your channel and see this cricket match. My friend has given this information. As per his words, I got some kind of enthusiasm to see that cricket match there. Then immediately I decided to switch my channel from ESPN channel to Star Sports. Then I've taken remote controller. In the remote controller, I identified 72 channel, 72 is a channel number for Star Sports. At present, it is available at any particular channel, maybe 50th channel, 50 channel at present, no? 72 channel, I want to change. I've taken remote controller. There I typed 72. I typed what? 72 in the remote controller. Then I'm watching, I'm observing on my TV set to change the channel. But unfortunately, what happened? My TV set is not changing the channel immediately. It takes some time. It took some time to change the channel. After some time, the channel was changed. Then when I observe the cricket match in the channel, Star Sports now, where what happened, the moment when channel is switched, I'm seeing that cricket match there, then what happened there, where what is going on there, the cricket match was completed, where man of the match presentation is going on. Cricket match was completed where man of the match presentation is going on. I lost that cricket match. My friend has given information to me at right time only. That if the total match is going on cool, but last over is a peak. That I want to watch. The moment when I change my channel, where presentation is going on, man of the match presentation is going on, Dhoni is getting man of the match. He got nearly 91 runs. That is the situation. Now tell me guys, then where is the problem? Where is the problem? Is there problem with me to watch this for watching this football match? No, is it the problem with me for watching this football match? Or where is the problem? Is that the problem is with my friend is giving late intimation to me? No, even though he has given initially, but starting point of the match I don't want to see. Interest is going on at what time there? No, at the ending point of the match only interest is going on. So no, I don't want to see the starting point of the match. Last hour only I want to see. So with my friend also no problem. With me also no problem for watching this football match. And where is the problem? Is there any problem with my TV set? No, no. But where is the problem? The problem is with the remote controller or not? If the problem is with the remote controller or not? Why the problem is with the remote controller? No. When I type the channel number 7 and 2, when I type the channel number 7 and 2, immediately it is not switching the channel. Then it takes some time. It took some time to change the channel. So what happened there internally? Whenever I'm having remote controller, when I type 7 to some channel number, internally one program has to be executed. That program has to change the channel. Am I right or not? So here the problem is what? Whatever the program which was executed inside the remote controller, that program execution is delayed. That program execution time is increased. That program execution is taking more time, more execution time it has taken internally. Because of that more execution time only, that end result is getting delayed. That means that switching the channel is delayed. Got my point or not? Here the equation is very clear. If any program execution is less, execution time is less. If any program execution time is less, automatically performance of the end product will be more. If the application execution time is less, performance of the end product will be more. If that application execution time is more, automatically performance of the application will be less. Guys, observe carefully. This equation we have to follow throughout the Java, not even in the case of introduction part. Throughout the Java, especially in multi-threading, I'm going to talk more about this particular point. If any application execution time is more, automatically performance of the application will be very less. If that application execution time is lesser, automatically performance of the application will be more. Guys, all of you are following or not my point here? So because of this reason only, Sun Microsystems wants to prepare a new programming language. It should be a simple programming language. As part of the simple programming language, they want to see lesser execution time for their applications. Lesser execution time they want to see on their applications clearly. Understand my point, Kano? So less execution time in the sense more performance for the end product. With that intention only, Sun Microsystems wants to prepare a simple programming language. That is reason number one. Observe carefully. Okay, fine. Now, second point is what? Lesser memory consumption. Lesser memory. What is the second point here clearly? Lesser memory. All of you understand it clearly now. What is the effect of this less memory consumption? I'm giving clarity. For example, yesterday I took one new computer, guys. Yes, really, for the sake of my practice, I took one computer, not laptop actually. I went to the computer shop yesterday. I requested to the representative of that computer shop, now just I want to take one new computer for the sake of my Java programming language classes. Then he has given some quotation. He has given some quotation which includes that all hardware specifications and everything. Then where I observed clearly everything is okay fine, everything is okay fine, but where what I observe, RAM he has given is only 8 GB RAM. 8 GB RAM he has given, and the next one is what? Then after that, 1 TB hard disk he has included. Finally, he said to me, cost of the computer is 20,000. Cost of the computer is what? 20,000. Okay, then initially I thought of it, 8 GB RAM is sufficient. For Java development, Java application development, 8 GB RAM is sufficient. No need to take much memory, that's sufficient. We can run Java applications effectively. Then later on I realized that maybe in some situations, I may run my Eclipse IDE inside my computer. Parallel to that, I may run one application server like WebLogic. Parallelly, I may run one database server like Oracle, like one or other tools. Maybe I may require that. So if you want to run all of them at a time, maybe it's a tight situation for me to have 8 GB RAM. That 8 GB RAM may not be sufficient. I realized that 8 GB RAM may not be sufficient. Even though 8 GB RAM is sufficient, but all the programming is going on with a delayed mode, with like what I'm telling there, somewhat slow mode. The servers will run in a somewhat slow mode. So I thought of it like this. I realized that I want to change my RAM memory from 8 GB to 12 GB. 8 GB to 12 GB or maybe 16 GB. Then I decided I want to request to the computer shop representative to change the RAM size from 8 GB to 16 GB. I requested him. Yes, he has changed that 8 GB RAM to 16 GB, but now he has given the quotation for this computer. The cost of the computer is what? 25,000 he has given. 8 GB RAM, the cost of the computer is what? 20,000. But 16 GB RAM, the cost of the computer is what? 25,000 he has given. I'm asking one question to you guys. Now tell me, Why the cost of the computer is increased? Why the cost of the computer is increased? Is because of extra memory or not? Is because of extra memory or not? So here the point what we have to understand, memory element is a costful or not? Memory element is a costful or not? If memory is increased, automatically cost of the end product will be increased or not? If less memory is provided, automatically cost of the end product will be reduced or not? Guys, observe carefully what I'm telling now. Similarly, here the point is what? Sun Microsystems is preparing a new programming language. By using that new programming language, we are going to prepare some applications. If that applications are taking more memory, if that applications are taking more memory, automatically cost of the end product will be increased or not? If that application is taking less memory for its execution, automatically that cost of the end product will be reduced or not? So by having such kind of thinking, Sun Microsystems wants to prepare a new programming language. It has to take less memory for its applications execution. It has to take less memory for its applications execution. Because of that reason only, Sun Microsystems wants to prepare a new programming language, that is simple programming language. Inside this simple programming language, they included the factor like what now? Lesser memory. Guys, observe carefully. 2 points are given much clarity. What is the first point here? No, less execution time. Less execution time is what? Actually more performance. Less execution time is implies what? More performance. Then similarly, lesser memory consumption will reduce the cost of the end product or not? It will reduce the cost of the end product. By having such kind of thinking, Sun Microsystems wants to prepare a new programming language whose applications has to be taken lesser memory. With the less memory only, that applications have to be executed clearly. Right, sir. This is one point now. What is the third point, guys? Now tell me. Lesser power consumption. Even before understanding the Java history, I too thought of it. What is the relation between programming language and power consumption? I thought of it. But there they have given a small link between these two. They're given a small link between these two. The Sun Microsystems has given this type of information in their initial versions in their Java. That means the background story for Java. Initially, they have included even this point also, less power consumption. Then what is the relation they are given there? Actually, understand one point here. For example, if we take the electronic consumer goods, like remote controller, if we take, inside this remote controller, two parts are existed. Am I right or not? What two parts are existed? You know, one is a software, another one is a hardware. Am I right or not? In any electronic good, definitely two parts are existed. One is a software, another one is what? No, hardware. Right. What is going to be happen internally when we perform some action with that remote controller or something? First, a software program will be executed. Software program will give some interaction with the hardware component. That hardware component will perform the physical action. Am I right or not? Switching the TV channel, who is doing that work there? Hardware component as per the instructions getting coming from software component. The software component is executed as per the user activity on the respective product. If I take remote controller, where if I type some number, internally first a software program will be executed. The software program will give some instructions to the hardware component, where hardware component will perform the physical work. Following or not? Now here the point is what? If the software is required more hardware interaction, if the software is required more hardware interaction, automatically more energy consumption is going on. If software project, if the software product is having more hardware interaction inside these components, no, where more energy consumption is going on. If the software is able to perform, is able to have lesser hardware interaction, with a less amount of hardware interaction, that the physical work is completed. If lesser hardware interaction is available with our software, automatically less energy consumption is going on. Guys, observe carefully. The software is having more hardware interaction, definitely more energy consumption is going on. If the software is having less interaction with the hardware component, automatically less energy consumption is going on. Say for example, I'm telling you, observe carefully. I've taken a remote controller, guys. I've taken a remote controller. If I take a remote controller where batteries are required or not, batteries were required. Observe carefully, two batteries we used to put inside the remote controller. What is the lifetime of these batteries actually for the remote controller? The lifetime of the batteries for the remote controller is 6 months of time. Assume it 100 rupees I used to put on every 6 months of time for the sake of batteries with my remote controller. So maintenance cost of the remote controller for every 6 months of time is what? 100 rupees for me. 100 rupees for me. Observe carefully. Maintenance cost of my remote controller is what? 100 rupees per 6 months of time. For example, I'm telling you clearly, observe carefully. For example, inside my remote controller, somewhat hardware interaction is going on more. Automatically, energy consumption is going on more. When energy consumption is going on more, automatically, lifetime of the batteries are reduced or not. When energy consumption is going on more, automatically, lifetime of the batteries are reduced or not. That means previously for every 6 months of time, we used to change the batteries, but because of more energy consumption at present, for every 3 months of time, I have to change my batteries or not. I have to change the batteries inside this remote controller or not. Please recognize my statement, what I'm telling there. Previously, for every 6 months of time, I used to change the batteries. That means I used to put, see, 100 rupees for every 6 months of time. But now, as per the more hardware interaction, as per the more energy consumption, then instead of changing the batteries for every 6 months of time, I have to change the batteries for every 3 months of time or not. Instead of putting 100 rupees for every 6 months of time, now I have to put 100 rupees for every 3 months of time or not. Automatically, maintenance cost of the product is increased or not. Maintenance cost of the product will be increased or not. Observe carefully what I'm telling there. So because of this reason, Sun Microsystems wants to prepare a new programming language, and it should consume lesser energy, it should consume less power. Answer my point here. So because of these reasons, Sun Microsystems is saying that Java programming language, that new programming language should be a simple programming language. The new programming language should be what now? A simple programming language. Guys, I'm asking one question to all of you now. Try to answer for it. In 1991, Sun Microsystems wants to prepare a new programming language. They decided to prepare a new programming language. Okay, what is the project they started to prepare new programming language? Green project. Inside this green project, how many members are formed as a group there? 25 members, led by two persons. Who are the two persons there now? James Gosling and Patrick Nathan. James Gosling and Patrick Nathan. They are the two members. Okay. Now tell me, what exactly the qualities, what exactly the features they want to see on their new programming language? What features they want to see? Three features they want to see. What are the three features they want to see on their new programming language? First one is what? A simple programming language. What is this first one, guys? Now tell me. It is a simple programming language. Second one is like what there? Now tell me. After this, second one is tight coded. Second one is what? Now tight coded. And third one is what there? Architectural neutral programming language. They are the three features they want to see clearly. Okay, fine. Now here, Sun Microsystems has given some reasons for their simple programming language. What exactly the features they want to see on their simple programming language? First one would be like what now? Lesser execution time. Lesser execution time. And second one is what there? Then after this, then they want to provide, they want to see lesser memory consumption. Less memory consumption. Next one is what? Then after that, less memory consumption. Next one is what? Lesser power consumption. Observe guys, less power consumption. And one more thing I'm telling to you, no need to take too much serious about this particular topic. Why I'm discussing this topic there? Just for the sake of your information purpose only. Just for the sake of knowledge purpose only, I'm discussing this topic. No interviewer is asking questions on this particular one, and we will not, this is not much useful in the application development. We are not going to use this concept in any application development. Just to start Java programming language, just to give startup point for Java programming language, some information, some background story about Java programming language I'm giving. Because of that reason I'm talking about it. But apart from that, we are not going to get any question from this particular point. Understand it what I'm telling there? Just it is my responsibility to talk some background story about Java just before starting Java programming language. As part of that only we are understanding, just try to understand the information. That's it. not more than that. Guys, understand what is the intensity of this particular concept I'm telling to you. Know. Part of the introduction, I need to start Java programming language. Just before starting Java, see one point I'm telling to you. Today you are coming for Durgasoft for the sake of attending demo class now. But before come for demo classes, at least we need to have some idea of Durgasoft or not. At least we need to have some information about the Durgasoft or not. Similarly, before introducing Java programming language, just I'm trying to use some information about Java programming language. That's it, not more than that. In that way only we have to think. Otherwise, don't take too much serious about this particular topic, not required. But understand whatever the information I'm saying to you, just try to understand the content. All right, sir. Now let's move on to the points here. Now tell me, what are the three features that Sun Microsystems wants to see and the new programming language? Simple programming language. Come on, guys. Next one. First one is what? Simple programming language. Next one is what? Tight coded programming language. And next one is what? Architectural neutral programming language. They are the three qualities they want to see and the new programming language. How that new programming language is a simple programming language, what they want to see in their simple programming language? No, it should take less execution time, it should take less memory consumption, and it should take less power consumption. There are the three reasons they are thinking now. Observe carefully. Less execution time will increase performance of the end product. Less memory consumption will reduce cost of the end product. Less energy consumption, less power consumption will reduce maintenance cost of the end product. There are the three advantages here we are able to get from this particular one. Got it or not? All right, let's observe carefully. Then what would be the second one, guys? Observe carefully. The next one is like what there? Tight coded programming language. Tight coded programming language. Tight coded programming language. See, I want to give one simple example for this. I think all of you are having awareness on C and C++. Am I right? Little bit basic information only. Even I'm not talking too much about C and C++. Basically, we are going to discuss about Java. We are going to discuss about Java. But as part of that, just what I am asking there, any simple information about programming languages or C programming language, very, very fundamental. Okay, fine. Okay, leave this one. In general, in any graduation, data structures topic is going on, I think so. In any graduation, data structures topic is going on. Guys, have you heard about data structures? Even not mandatory, but inside this I required, inside these data structures, inside the data structures, I required only one point. Stack I required. Are you aware about the stack? S-T-A-C-K, stack, data structure. Okay, no problem. A stack is a data structure where we are able to perform three types of operations. Stack is a data structure where we are able to perform three types of operations. What are the three types of operations here we are trying to perform there? First one is push operation, and the second one is pop operation. Third one is peak operation there. Observe carefully. With the stack, how many operations are available? Actually, three operations. First one is what? Push operation, and second one is what? After this, pop operation, and the third one is what? Peak operation. These are the three operations are existed inside the stack. What is the meaning of push operation? Inserting an element. What is the meaning of push operation there? Inserting an element. What is the meaning of pop operation? Read and remove from the stack. Read and remove. What is top of the element? What is there at the top of the element? Remove that element. What is the peak operation? Just to know what is the top of the element. Just to know what is the top of the element, but not remove. Push operation is what? Inserting an element. Pop operation is what? Read and remove. Peak operation is what? Only read operation, but not remove. Guys, understand it. Just only comparison I'm telling you. Try to understand it clearly. All right. Okay, fine. Now, what I'm telling to you clearly, observe guys, what I'm telling to you now, by using C programming language, especially in C programming language, if you use C programming language to represent this stack and to perform the stack operations, If we use C programming language to perform the stack operations, how many lines of code we are going to prepare, we are going to consume to perform this push operation. Nearly 20 lines of code we are going to take. We are going to provide 20 lines of code. On an average, I'm telling that. Nearly 20 lines of code we are going to provide to implement push operation in our C program. Observe carefully. Similarly, to perform pop operation, again 20 lines of code here we are going to consume. Similarly, to perform peak operation, again here 20 lines of code here we are going to consume. Guys, now tell me overall how many lines of code here we are going to consume for the stack operations now? Overall, on an average, how many lines of code here we are consuming there now? 60 lines of code here we are consuming. Overall, 60 lines of code here we are consuming. Right, sir. Observe carefully. Everybody understand this clearly. Overall, 60 lines of code here we consumed here. In the case of C programming language to prepare stack operations. That's okay, fine. Now, what I'm telling now, same stack I want to perform, same stack operations I want to perform by using Java programming language. Let's observe this clearly. In Java, if you want to perform the same stack operations, in Java, if you want to perform the same stack operations, what we have to do? Observe carefully. Stack is a predefined class in Java. It's already a predefined component. In C, it is not a predefined component. We have to prepare either by using arrays or something else. But in the case of Java, stack is a predefined class. So stack S is equal to new stack. Stack S is equal to new stack. Just we created object for stack. Stack S is equal to new stack. S dot push off some element, something else, a. Finish, my push operation is completed. Finish, push operation is completed. S dot push of a. Push operation is completed. Next one is S dot pop. S dot pop. Remove the top of the stack. Yes, my pop operation is completed. Pop operation is also be completed. Next one is S dot peak. S dot peak. Finish. My peak operation is also be completed. S dot peak. Peak operation is also be completed. Observe carefully. In the case of Java programming language, now observe clearly how many lines of code here we provided the total to perform the stack operations. How many lines of code here we have used there? 4 lines of code here we have used. Observe carefully. Understand the comparison here. In the case of C and C++, to perform stack operations, how many lines of code here we have to consume? Nearly 60 lines of code. But in the case of Java, to perform the same stack operations, how many lines of code here we have used there now? Nearly 4 lines of code here we have used. Guys, all of you understand this clearly. In which programming language less number of finish sections are available? In Java or in C programming language? In which programming language lesser lines of code is existed? In Java. In which programming language more and more lines of code is existed there now? In the case of C and C++. Am I right or not? So understand one conclusion I'm telling to all of you guys. If any programming language takes a less number of finish sections to implement a particular requirement, if any programming language takes a less number of finish sections to implement a particular feature, particular implementation, then that programming language is a tight coded programming language. If any programming language takes less number of finish sections to implement a particular requirement, then that programming language is called as what? Tight coded programming language. Now tell me, with the tight coded programming language, advantages are available or not? Advantages are available or not with the tight coded programming languages? Definitely advantages are available. So because of that reason, Sun Microsystems wants to prepare a new programming language It should be a tight coded programming language. That means in that programming language, we have to use only less number of finish sections, but its end result will be more. With less number of finish sections, more end result. More result we want to get. In that way, Sun Microsystems wants to prepare a new programming language. Guys, all of you are getting my point or not? Now tell me, I'm asking one more question to all of you guys. Now try to answer for it. Sun Microsystems wants to prepare a new programming language. But what are the various features they want to see on the new programming language? Three features mainly. What are the three features now? First one is a simple programming language. Second one is what? Tight coded programming language. And third one is what? Architectural neutral programming language. These are the three features. What is the meaning of simple programming language? Again, three features. What are the three things inside the simple programming language? Less execution time, less memory, and less power consumption. Then what is the meaning of tight coded programming language? Tight coded programming language is what? Less number of finish sections, more result. Less number of finish sections and more result. Then such type of programming language is what they know is a tight coded programming language. Sun Microsystems wants to prepare such a tight coded programming language only, not a loose coded programming language. Sun Microsystems wants to reduce like a number of finish sections as much as possible. Understand clearly this point clearly now. Guys, one more thing I'm telling to you. Just a simple comparison C and Java. In C, everywhere we are going to write more and more lines of code. Lot of code we have to write. But in the case of Java, number of finish sections are reduced because of only one reason. What is that reason there? In Java, more and more predefined libraries existed. But in C and C++, that much predefined libraries not existed. Because of this predefined library inside the Java, less number of finish sections the developers are going to write. But because of less predefined library in C and C++, developers have to write more and more number of finish sections, more and more lines of code the developer has to write in the case of C and C++. But in the case of Java, less number of finish sections we are going to write. Why? Because due to the availability of very good predefined library. So that is the point here. That's why Sun Microsystems has given more predefined library inside the Java to reduce number of finish sections from the developer. In C and C++, less predefined libraries available, so developers have to write more and more lines of code clearly. So because of that reason, Sun Microsystems wants to prepare a new programming language. It should be a tight coded programming language. Right, sir. Leave this one. Now, the third one is like what I'm telling to you, architectural neutral programming language. Third one is what there? Architectural neutral programming language. Guys, all of you understand this clearly. Architectural neutral programming language. All right, sir. I'll give one simple example to all of you guys. Try to understand this. Very, very simple example I'm telling to you. Try to understand this. Today you're all attending this Java class. Officially we started Java today. You're all attending this demo class, first class of Java. I want to know how many of you came from computer science background. Please raise your hands. That means in our BTech computer science or maybe information technology, something else. Maybe less members. How many of you are coming from non-computer science background? Please raise your hands. I'm talking about your academics, non-computer science background. Nice. These hands are more. Okay. Then I'm giving clarity about one point. Maybe yesterday also people came to me, they have asked to me, sir, I came from civil background. I came from mechanical background or electrical background. In my BTech, I took electronics and communications, electrical and mechanical or civil. Is the software industry suitable for me? Can I survive in software industry? I'm not from computer science background. So this question frequently I used to get in all my demo classes. So for all of you, I'm telling to you clearly, software industry is an open platform for any graduate. Software industry is an open platform for any graduate. I can give even n number of examples. in software industry where non-computer science are working more. I'm telling you clearly one more point. Every company, if you observe there, every company in outside, every company, if you observe there, where computer sciences students are only 10 to 15 percentage only. Remaining 70 to 75% of the people came from non-computer science only. Why? Because software industry is open for everybody. Nowadays, you are not aware, companies are hiring degree holders like BSc holders. The companies are trying to take BSc people. Understand it clearly. So for software industry, your background is not important, but your skill set is important. At present, whatever the skill set you are having, that is important to take you into the respective company. So this is one point here I'm trying to clarify. So for software industry, your background may be anything, maybe civil or mechanical or whatever it may be. Your background may be anything, whether you are graduate or not at present, that's sufficient to enter into software industry. Not even that, guys. I'm telling some other reasons also to you. No need to go for any company. That examples there. Very simple example I'm telling there. In Amirpet is a location you know already where trainings are going on. Number of IT trainings are going on. You know already this point. In Amirpet might be some of the trainers are even not came from BTech background, not came from even MCA background. Just why I'm taking this example. I'm not criticizing anybody else. I'm appreciating them. Some trainers came from biology and geology background. Now they are teaching Java. Really, I appreciate them. I'm not criticizing them. I'm appreciating their efforts. They came from non-computer science, moreover, even non-engineering background. They came from biology and geology background. Now they are teaching Java. Understand it clearly. Then what is the problem with you guys? You are coming from some BTech background, engineering background, but the trainers are not from engineering, but still they are teaching Java. Got my point clearly? So that's why if you are having any such type of thinking in your mind, first of all, come out from that. Come out from that. Software industry is like what there, open platform for everybody. Our background is nothing. If any issues are available with our background, no, company people will specify that in the job description. We need only computer science students only. Like this, company people will give such kind of description. But nowadays, no company will do that. If they're trying to take only computer science students, no, they can get only 15% of the resources in their actual requirement. Remaining 70 to 75% of the people may not come for that particular company. Right? If it is a condition in Indian companies there, only computer science students are only be eligible to come for software industry. If this condition is going on in Indian companies, no, 75% of the companies has to be closed. So if you have any such kind of thinking in your mind, first of all, come out from that. Come out from that. Don't have such kind of thinking clearly. Right, anyway, leave this point here. Now, my point is not that one. Observe carefully. My requirement is what? Here we know already different people are coming from different background, different fields, like computer science or electronics or might be mechanical or different things. So understand, two cases I'm telling to you with respect to our point here. Two cases I'm telling to you. Try to understand the two cases. Case number one. Whenever I'm conducting the demo class, in outside of my classroom, if I put a board, only computer sciences students are eligible to attend for this class. If any of you from non-computer science background, please leave from this venue. Not required to attend these demo classes. If I put this board in outside of my classroom, now tell me, you only tell me how many members will attend my classes. Now tell me, can I see all these members inside the class now? Definitely less members or more members now? Definitely less members will attend my classes. When less members are attending my classes now, definitely my demand will be very less or not? My classes demand will be very less or not? If it is required for only less members now, automatically demand for that is also be very less. For example, case number two. If I give a board in outside, no, any graduate is eligible to attend my classes. Any graduate is eligible to attend my classes, includes like what? Electronics and computer science and mechanical and civil and so on and so on and so on. Any student, any graduate, any undergraduate student can eligible attend to my classes. If I give this kind of flexibility and outside of this classroom, Now tell me, how many members I can see inside my class now? More members or less members now? More members. When my services are required for more members, automatically my demand will be increased more or not? When my services are required for less members, automatically demand will be less or not? When my services are required for more members, automatically demand will be increased more or not? Guys, we have to put your common sense. What I'm telling you now. Just think and analyze this point. When my services are required for less members, automatically less demand is going on for me. When my services are required for more members, automatically more demand is going on. Am I right or not? Now observe carefully. By having such kind of thinking, by having such kind of view, what I'm telling there, Sun Microsystems wants to prepare a new programming language. It should not bound with any particular hardware. It has to be compatible with all the hardware systems. It should not compatible with only one type of hardware. It should be available to every hardware mission. It has to run its applications on all the hardware missions. It should not bound with only one particular hardware mission. Hardware is nothing but processor. Simply we can understand now. Simply we can understand processor. It should not bound with only one particular processor or any particular hardware component or any particular hardware architecture. It should be available to every hardware architecture. Just it is like what I'm saying there. If I put a board in outside of my class, only computer science students can allow in this session. If I give this kind of information, only computer science students are eligible to attend my classes. Less members will come to my classes. Demand will be very less. But if I put a board in outside, no, any graduate can attend my classes there. Then more members will come for my classes there. More members needs my services there. Automatically, more demand is going on for my classes. Similarly, Sun Microsystem wants to prepare a new programming language. It should be more demanded programming language. In which way they want to make it is more demanded programming language? They are making this programming language to run its applications on all the types of hardware systems. They're making this programming language to run its applications on all the types of hardware systems. In that way, Sun Microsystems has given that new programming language. Guys, observe carefully. Overall, three features I explained to you clearly. Now tell me, guys, Sun Microsystems wants to prepare a new programming language. That new programming language must have three qualities. What are the three qualities of this new programming language? First one is what? Simple programming language. Second one is what? Tight coded. Third one is what? Architectural neutral. Now tell me, what is the meaning of simple programming language? Less execution time, less memory, less power consumption. What is the meaning of tight coded programming language? Less number of finished sections, more results. Less number of finished sections and more results. Then what is the meaning of architectural neutral programming language? What is the meaning of architectural neutral programming language? It has to run its applications in all the hardware systems. It has to run. It must be compatible with all the hardware systems. It has to run its applications on all the hardware systems. It should not bound with any particular hardware system. So because of that reason, they are including the content like what can know architectural neutral programming language. Before that, I'm asking one more point, guys. Try to understand it now. Java is a platform independent programming language or not? Java is what? Platform independent programming language or not? What is the meaning of this platform independent programming language? It has to run its applications in all the operating systems. That means compile your program at one operating system, run the same program in multiple operating systems, in different operating systems. Means that what is their internal meaning is no, it should not bound with any one particular operating system. It should be available to all the operating systems. Am I right or not? That the platform independent topic is derived from architectural neutral only. The platform independent topic is derived from what they know? Architectural neutral only. Observe carefully. But in architectural neutral, we are going to talk about hardware systems. But in platform independent, we are going to talk about like what their operating system clearly. But anyway, forget about this total point here. Java programming language allows its applications to run under all the hardware systems. That's it. This is a point here we have to confirm clearly. Okay, fine. Observe carefully. What I'm discussing actually, up to where we are actually. We are at Java history. That means we are on which year there. This total information is an idea of the Sun Microsystems, what they want to see in their new programming language. Still, they did not started to prepare new programming language. Still, they did not started to prepare new programming language. Am I right or not? Just they thought these features they want to include on their new programming language. Just up to now, this is a paper plan only. Still, they did not implement it. They did not started to prepare new programming language. Just they thought what they want to see on their new programming language. Now we are at which year there? 1991 or not? We are at which year there? 1991. Sun Microsystems is thinking to prepare these many features on their new programming language. Finally, what happened after analyzing all these points? Sun Microsystems has started to prepare new programming language in 1991. Sun Microsystems has started to prepare new programming language in 1991. They took nearly 2 years of time to prepare this new programming language. They took nearly 2 years of time to prepare this new programming language. Exactly in a 1992 ending point. In a 1992 ending point, they prepared a new programming language. End of 1992. End of 1992, they prepare new programming language. End of 1992, they prepared a new programming language. Observe carefully. Okay, they prepared new programming language at the end of 1992. Then what is the remaining thing here? They want to give a name for this new programming language. Sun Microsystems wants to give a name to the new programming language. Okay, fine. They are searching for name for new programming language. They are searching a new name for this new programming language. Different opinions are coming to give name for this new programming language. Observe carefully. Who is the lead for this green project? Actually, James Gosling is the main person. Am I right or not? Okay, then what happened? At the end of 1992, after preparing new programming language, James Gosling likes to see one type of tree through his cabin window. He used to sit at a cabin at Sun Microsystems. Through his cabin window, he likes to see one type of tree. The name of that tree is oak. Name of the tree is what? Oak. Oak is the name of the tree. Okay, he had a thought. Why don't we give this name to the new programming language? Then he sent his proposals to Sun Microsystems. But unfortunately, Sun Microsystems has rejected his opinion. Sun Microsystems has rejected James Gosling's opinion, and Sun Microsystems has given clarity also why they have rejected James Gosling's opinion. What exactly the reason why? That oak is not the name for new programming language. Sun Microsystems identified already one programming language was existed previously with the name oak. Already one programming language was existed with the name is what? Oak before 1991. If we give again the same name to our new programming language, automatically our new programming language may lose its identity. Then everybody might be thought of it. Our new programming language is an extension of that oak programming language only. So by having this kind of analysis, they rejected, Sun Microsystems has rejected James Gosling opinion. Okay, again they are searching for new name. Observe carefully. Whenever green project people are doing this particular programming language, preparing programming language, they used to take one brand labeled coffee at Sun Microsystems cafeteria. They used to take one brand labeled coffee at Sun Microsystems cafeteria. The name of that brand labeled coffee, is Java. The name of that coffee, brand labeled coffee is what? No, Java. They used to take that coffee, brand labeled coffee at Sun Microsystems cafeteria. Its name is what? Java. All of a sudden, all green project people are having this kind of thinking. Why don't we give this name to our new programming language? They send this proposal to Sun Microsystems. Fortunate or unfortunate, Sun Microsystems has accepted that name, and they are given name for this new programming language is what? Java. The given name for this new programming language is what? Java. That's it. Because of that reason, now we are talking about Java. At the end of the 1992, after preparing new programming language, Sun Microsystems has given a name for this programming language is what? Java. 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 It's a coffee name at Sun Microsystems. Again, here one misunderstanding is going on in outside, guys. Some people are giving some abbreviation for Java. Don't fall for such abbreviations now. No abbreviation is available for Java. Java is a coffee name. Unfortunately, that coffee was available at Sun Microsystems cafeteria at the end of the 1992 or while preparing new programming language. So by having this kind of thinking only, they give a name for this programming language is what? Java, Java. Observe carefully, no separate abbreviation is existed for Java. If we think more internal about this Java, actually Java is one of the place name in Indonesia. Is one of the place name in Indonesia. That place is famous for coffee trees. And with the brand name, with that place name, coffee powder was released to the market. The same coffee powder was used by Sun Microsystems cafeteria to prepare coffee. That coffee might be taken by that means green project people while preparing this new programming language. And they are giving the same name for this new programming language. This is a story about name for Java programming language. Otherwise, we don't have any other reasons for this new programming language, other reasons for this Java name. And no abbreviations are available for Java. Please remember this point clearly. Okay, leave it. Finally, name was provided for this new programming language in 1992. In the same 1992 ending point, Sun Microsystems has provided first product, very first product on the base of Java programming language. Sun Microsystems has given very first product on the base of Java programming language. The name of that first product is Star 7. Star 7 is the name of the first product on the base of the Java. Star 7. What is this Star 7 actually? It's the remote controller. Star 7 is what now? It is a remote controller. Star 7 was provided by Sun Microsystems as a first product on Java. So it is a remote controller. Unfortunately, what happened? It was a failure product. The very first product on Java is a failure product. Sun Microsystems waited up to 1.5 years of time. The total 1993 and up to mid of 1994, they waited to find a customer for the Star 7. No customer is identified to take this particular product. Up to 1.5 years of time, they waited. No customer, even a single customer is also been not identified to take this particular product. So it's totally a failure product. It's totally a failure product. Right. In the mid of 1994, there is a boom for www. Come on, guys. What is this www? World Wide Web. There is a boom for www, part of the internet. In India, might be internet era was started at 2000, 2001, 2002. But in abroad, internet era was started in the 1994, 1995, 1996. That era was started. So in the mid of 1994, there is a boom for www. Good. The key component inside this www is a browser. The key component is what? A browser. Understand the importance of browser. Is it possible to open our accounts? That means, is it possible to surf internet without a browser? Is it possible to watch? Is it possible to open our internet without the browser? So browser is a key component there as part of this www. Good. In the mid of 1994, very good boom is available for browsers. In the mid of 1994, only one browser is available that is very much famous in outside. The name of that browser is Mosaic. The name of that browser is what there? Mosaic. Mosaic is a browser. Only one browser is existed here that is very much famous. Mosaic browser. What is this Mosaic browser actually? Who has provided this Mosaic browser? This was provided by Mark Anderson. Mosaic browser was provided by Mark Anderson. Please recognize this point. Who is this Mark Anderson actually? He is an undergraduate student in Illinois University at Chicago. Illinois University is there. Then where he is an undergraduate student, is a final year BTech. What I'm telling there is an undergraduate student. As part of his internship work, that means project work, he went to the Netscape Communications for the sake of preparing this browser. He prepared this browser as part of his internship at Netscape Communications. To prepare this browser, he took $6.25 per hour. To prepare this browser, he took some payment also, $6.25 per hour in 1994 to prepare this particular browser. Finally, in 1994, that browser is existed. That is very much famous in outside. Okay. Sun Microsystems' first product is a failure on the base of the Java. Meanwhile, very good boom is available for browsers. very good demand is going on for browsers. Immediately, Sun Microsystem is having a thought. Why don't we prepare our own browser on the basis of Java programming language? Anyway, browsers are having demand, somewhat demand in outside. Why don't we prepare our own browser for this www? Then by having this kind of thinking, Sun Microsystems has started to prepare a new browser in the mid of 1994. That responsibility was taken by Jonathan Payne and Patrick Nathan. Patrick Nathan and Jonathan Payne. These two persons have taken responsibility to prepare a browser. In the mid of 1994, they took the responsibility. They took nearly 1.5 years of time to prepare this new browser. At the end of 1995, in December 1995, they prepared a new browser. They released that new browser to the outside market. At the end of 1995, almost on January 25th, at the end of 1995, January 25th, they released a new browser to the outside market. The name of that new browser is Hard Java browser. They prepared this new browser. The name of that new browser is what? Hard Java browser they prepared. And they released this new browser to the market. Hard Java is a browser name. They prepared it. The moment when a hard Java browser was released to the market, everybody is thinking about hard Java browser only. Somewhat demand is getting for this hard Java browser. By the time, all the people are thinking what technology that Sun Microsystems has used to prepare this hard Java browser. It is a successful product in outside there. Then people are thinking, what is the technology used by Sun Microsystems to prepare this new browser? By the time people came to know, Sun Microsystems has prepared a new programming language, that is Java. By using the Java programming language only, this hard Java browser was prepared. Now it is going on very well in outside market. By the time people came to know there is a programming language, new programming language created by Sun Microsystems. That new programming language is what now? Java programming language. At almost all end of the 1995, the Java programming language awareness is available outside market. Finally, Sun Microsystems decided that they want to release this Java programming language in the point of versions, in the form of versions. Sun Microsystems decided they want to release this Java programming language to the outside market. Further, they have taken the date 1996 January 24th. 1996 January 24th, they released officially the very first version of the Java, JDK 1.0. JDK 1.0. That's the very first version of the Java that was introduced to the outside market at 1996 January 23rd. That's nice. That first version of the Java was released. Later on, every 1.5 year or 2 years of time, they had some updations and they are trying to release another versions. So like that, Java 1.0, JDK 1.0, 1.1 and 1.2 version was released. In every 1.5 year, 2 years of gap, 1.1, 1.2 is also released. Just within a week of 1.2 release, they are giving major announcement in Java. They are trying to introduce J2EE along with J2SE. They are giving naming convention also like J2SE and J2EE and J2ME. They are given a major announcement in Java versions along with its 1.2 like what? J2SE, J2EE and J2ME. Observe carefully, guys, what I'm telling you now. So 1.2 version is a major milestone in the entire Java versions. It's a stable version. Then after few years of time, again 1.3 was released there. 1.3, 1.4 and 1.5. Again with 1.5, again more number of enhancements are provided. Like annotations is one of the good topic that was introduced along with the 1.5 version only. Main and more number of changes are provided in 1.5 version. Then after 1.6, 1.7 is okay. Again, along with the 1.8 version, again, more and more number of features are provided. Number of enhancements are more in 1.8 version. In 1.9 also somewhat better. More number of enhancements are available. Again, 1.10, 1.11 and 1.11 again is a long-term support version they provided, no, but features are not much more. And similarly 1.12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Now at present which version is available here? 1. That means 18 version is existed. Observe carefully. I'm telling there in outside talk is also be up to Java 1.8 and 1.9. Java is in very much a stable mode. The moment when Oracle is introducing Java, for every month, for every 6 months of time, a new version mode. When Oracle has taken this type of style to release Java versions, from that point onwards, all people are thinking Java is not stable much. From 1.10 onwards, 1.10, 11, 12, up to 18, every 6 months after a new version was released there, where 2 to 3 number of features are included. So people are not trying to migrate to the higher versions of the Java. They're trying to use up to like what there, Java 8 and 9, it's okay officially, and it's a stable mode. But the remaining versions on every 6 months after new versions are coming, so they are not interested to go for new versions of the Java in the industry. Because of that reason only, in entire software industry, majorly 1.8 and 1.9, in a rare cases 1.10 is going on. In the rare cases 1.10 is going on. They are the stable versions. Understand my point? Might be. Then 1.10 onwards, new versions are not migrated immediately in the software industry. But up to 1.8 and 1.8, 1.9, they are migrated in the software industry effectively. The entire industry is migrated to newer versions up to 1.8 and 1.9 stable, in a stable mode. But 10 onwards, a little bit fast implementations are coming. Every 6 months after a new version is coming there, that's why they're thinking then when to migrate for new versions clear. Observe carefully. But 1.11 is also a stable version a little bit, but remaining versions are not much. Then clearly I'm telling to you now. Okay, fine. That is one point. Then one more point I'm telling to you. Observe carefully. Between JDK 1.6 to 1.7, in between 1.6 to 1.7, in between time, Sun Microsystems hand over the total Java programming language to Oracle Corporation. In JDK 1.7, with some updations onwards, in JDK 1.7 and some updations onwards, that every new version was maintained by Oracle Corporation only. Up to JDK 1.6, effectively, that Java versions are available with Sun Microsystems. Later on, from 1.7 officially, the Java was handed over to Oracle Corporation. Now Java is grooming under Oracle Corporation. Right, I'm giving word to you guys. In our classes, definitely up to 1.18 version I will discuss there. Up to 1.18 version we are going to discuss, no doubt for that. So maybe by completing your classes, if 19 version is coming there, definitely I will include that. But I'm giving clarity to you, all internal updations are not required. Which updations are required for the developers, up to that we are going to discuss. Understand, we are talking about Java programming development, Java application development only we are talking now. We are not going to think about the Java administration. The Java administration part would be taken care by Oracle Corporation. But we have to think how to use Java, how to use all Java features in our application development. Up to that, we are going to understand. Right, guys? Now, this is somewhat information about like what their Java history. Just again, I'm telling to you, it is not in the point of interviews. It is not in the point of application development. Just to know what is Java, with which intention Java was provided. Just to get some knowledge on Java programming language, I have discussed this total content clearly. All of you understood clearly? The next topic would be differences between Java and others. Differences between Java and others. That topic I will discuss with you on tomorrow. Tomorrow at 7 o'clock, we are going to discuss about like what? Differences between Java and others. And one small announcement to all of you guys. Already given that information to you. Up to few days only, I'm going to take these classes at 7 to 8:30. Afterwards, I will conduct your classes at what time there? 8:30 to 10. In the future, after 1 month or 40 days of time, I need to take advanced Java classes at 7 to 8:30. So because of that reason, in the next 1 week to 10 days of time, you will have the classes at 7 to 8:30. Afterwards, we will have the classes at 8:30 to 10. Please remember this change. In the right from first class onwards, I'm giving this information. Try to follow the schedule also. Then this only the change. Apart from that, we don't have any changes. Those who want to come for full stack Java development course, 7 to 8:30 and 8:30 to 10, totally for the sake of what? Java only. I will teach that Java right from core Java to up to web services. 8:30 to 10 core Java is going on. Maybe after a few days of time, I will start advanced Java at 7 to 8:30. If I complete core Java at 8:30 to 10, then I will start framework Hibernate. At 7 to 8:30, I will start Spring framework, then Spring Boot and microservices, then web services. This content, the Java related content, I'm going to take at 7 to 8:30 and 8:30 to 10. These two slots for only Java. Remaining courses are going to be started at other time, then we can plan for these remaining courses at other timings here. For offline people, already 2 slots are scheduled clearly. On 17th of this month, 10 to 11th, that Oracle is going to be started by some other faculty, and maybe at the 22nd or 23rd or 21st at 11:30 to 1, UI technologies, basic UI technologies, HTML, CSS, this kind of classes are going on there. Then we can plan for it clearly. Those who want to go for full stack Java, complete Java, or basic Java packages there, they are the schedules which are confirmed as of now. So remaining schedules will be given for the maybe later on. Later on I will give the remaining schedules clearly. But for offline students, they are the courses. But for online students, what I'm telling to you, online students, these 2 slots are confirmed. Java related slots are confirmed. 7 to 8:30 and 8:30 to 10. Remaining courses intimation will be provided later on. When the morning to evening courses are going to be started there, it might be Oracle might be starting at any time, or your technologies are going to be started at any time. In our comfortable time, we can attend for these courses anyway. Okay. And one more thing, material, we are going to provide a document nearly for only core Java, 800 pages, 800 plus pages of document I prepared. So hard copy will be provided to you. I think it's a might be chargeable. You can inquire at our office there. Hard copy will be provided. For online students, a soft copy will be provided. The for core Java. How many courses I am going to take up to that? I will give like what they know, that a hard copy material for offline students and soft copy for online students. That's okay. At the same time, video support is available. Video support will be provided. How many classes I am going to take, how many courses I am going to take, up to that I will give video support. Every class is being recorded, every class video support will be provided. I think so. For offline students, that was might be given some offer there up to yesterday, I think so. Maybe I think today is also is going on there, just we can inquire at our office there. Then you will get video support up to my classes, up to how many classes I'm going to take. Understand it clearly. Okay, that's all guys, that's fine. And tomorrow we'll see the remaining part. Tomorrow you are going to understand the content. Thank you, thanks a lot. And guys, those are attending in online, is which programming language did they develop Java programming language? They have used a number of programming languages, guys. Might be C is also included inside that. Yeah, C is also included inside that. Don't worry for that. Yeah, Jasveer ma'am, then definitely the UI classes and Oracle class will be start maybe at early morning or at maybe late night. Don't worry. Yeah, there is C plus is also architectural hardware neutral. Not Jayant, not. Then I'll give some reasons also when I'm going to talk about platform independent topic. I'll give that exact reasons to you. Don't worry. Jasveer ma'am, definitely all the courses will be started now, respective timing only. Don't worry. Morning to evening, all courses are going to be available. Don't worry for that. Okay. Yeah. So guys, and tomorrow I'll clarify your doubts. If you have anything else, then tomorrow we'll check the remaining content. Okay. Sure. Thank you, thanks a lot. Thank you for coming. So now I take an admission for full stack Java. Now, sir, core Java is started. When the other courses are going to be started? Ritik Dore. Then I'll give schedules to you. Then for every new batch from Durgasoft, you'll get a notification. So we can identify the courses and we can attend for it. Anyway, our people will give information to you. Part will be web services. How much time will take your part till web services? For us, it may take nearly 5 months of time. 5 to 6 months of time I will take. 5 to 6 months of time I will take for the sake of these courses, Java stream and all. Yeah, 5 to 6 months of time I will take. Sure. Okay. Guys, okay, fine. Anything else, guys? And shall we meet on tomorrow? Guys, and if you need any information there, hybrid course will start very soon, guys. Then when I might be, at least I need to complete JDBs in advance, then I will start it. Don't worry. Guys, and regarding these fee structures and all, and better to contact with our admin, like send a mail to Durgasoft online training@gmail.com, or else contact to and give a number, give a call to 885 252627 phone number, and 888 or else you can contact with another number also, and 88 77 11 799. Right, guys, and how many numbers? 88. Yeah, guys, and here the contact person is Bhavani. She'll be available there. Just you can call her through these numbers, then she will give more clarity about the schedules and regarding this course content, and apart from that fee structures and everything, she will talk with you guys. Just one time contact with either of these numbers, then she will be available and she will talk with you, okay, regarding this price and everything. Yeah, thank you guys, thanks a lot. I'll meet you tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow we'll start officially differences between Java and others. Don't worry, difference between Java and others, then we'll start in tomorrow's class. Thank you guys, thanks a lot. I'll meet you tomorrow. Same course along with many projects is available at Durgasoft online course at online platform. No, guys, at Durgasoft online platform it might not be available, but these are the fresh course what we are discussing for a small. Okay, they are the fresh courses. Don't worry. Okay. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Hmm. Okay. Good, guys. We'll meet on tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll see the remaining content. Don't worry, guys, and tomorrow I will discuss with you clearly. Okay. Right. Thank you.